graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
Showed swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Oh, man, I just realized I got to turn on the light. The light is not on. There we go. That's better. All right, cool. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. If you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel as well, and turn on the notification bell icons too. We have our second game of the series tonight against the Atlanta Braves. And the Phillies, well, they put up a lot of runs last night. They had 4 homers from Kyle Schwarber, and that was pretty cool to see. That was historic for sure. But you got to take game 2. And hopefully the Phillies won't fall asleep on offense. We've seen time and time again that this team will give you a plethora of runs one night, and then it's just like they let out all their ammo, and we don't see them put up runs or a lot of runs for like the next couple of days. So I'm really hoping that that is not the case tonight. You're going to have to go out there, and you're going to have to dominate against Bryce Elder. This is another guy who really just has not been pitching well for the Atlanta Braves. This guy should be easy for the Phillies to try to tee off of again. I don't know if they'll be able to put up a lot of runs like they did last night against Cal, but they definitely should be able to get it done. There's no excuse about that. You're back in front of CBP, so you're in your own ballpark, and you need to capitalize tonight. There's no way to sugarcoat it. That's all I got to say about that. On the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies, they will have Ranger Suarez. You hope that he can go 6 strong innings, give you 6 innings, 2 earned runs allowed, 6-7 strikeouts, something along those types of lines, and that your bullpen gets it done, and that the offense just cooks, kind of like how it did last night, except maybe not to that extreme. If it's at that extreme, then that's great, but I think that's too much to ask for. All right, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. We're going to get ready to rock and roll. Let us know who your standout players are for tonight's game, and let us know how you guys feel about tonight in regards to what's going to happen. All right, so the starting lineups for tonight's game. For the Atlanta Braves, it'll be Jurickson Profar. Then you got Matt Olson, Ronald Acuna Jr., Ozzie Albies, Marcell Ozuna, Michael Harris II, Sean Murphy, Nacho Alvarez Jr., and Nick Allen. So no Drake Baldwin for them tonight. Sean Murphy is catching instead. So again, it'll be Profar, Olson, Acuna, Albies, Ozuna, Harris, Murphy, Alvarez Jr., and Allen. And that is the starting lineup for tonight's ball game out at Citizens Bank Park for the Atlanta Braves. For the Philadelphia Phillies, they have Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper. Then you got Alec Bohm, Brandon Marsh, Nick Castellanos, Max Kepler, Bryson Stott, and Rafael Marchand. So Castellanos is back in the lineup tonight. Bryson Stott is playing over at second base. No Edmundo Sosa. No Brandon Marsh either. Oh yes, Brandon Marsh is out in center field. I was thinking of somebody else. No Wes Wilson. All right, so again, it's Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Bohm, Marsh, Castellanos, Kepler, Stott, and Marchand. And that is the starting lineup tonight for the Philadelphia Phillies. And Ranger Suarez will take the bump for Philadelphia tonight. He has a 3.07 earned run average. Phillies are in their City Connect uniforms. Ranger is 30 years old. He's from Corora, Venezuela. He has a 10-6 record on the season, as well as a 3.07 ERA as well. The last time he pitched, he was really dominant. In his last 2 outings, really, he's looked very, very sharp. 7 innings against the Nationals, 11 strikeouts for him there, no walks allowed. And against Seattle, 6 2/3, 2 earned runs, 4 hits allowed, and no walks allowed in that game as well. He also had 10 strikeouts too. So you would expect him to just go out there and dominate against this Atlanta Braves team. And we'll see how that ends up going, for sure. You'll see sinkers, changeups, cutters, and a couple of curveballs, four-seamers, and occasionally a slider from Ranger Suarez. Suarez has 36 strikeouts on the season via changeup, 28 on the sinker. Just good to know. Okay. So, we are ready to rock and roll. Jurickson Profar is going to lead it off for the Atlanta Braves. Braves are in their away uniforms, have their red jerseys on with purple letters outlined in violet. That says Braves painted across the chest. There's and then they got their white letters on their back as well as the purple numbers. All right, crew chief for tonight. Alfonso Marquez is the home plate umpire. Lance Barrett is over at first. Then you got Carlos Torres at second and Brock Ballou over at third base. Elder's been pitching bad lately, so Phillies should have a good day batting today. I agree with that for sure. Who are your standout players for tonight? And also, what are your final score predictions as well? Let us know down below. I think we're ready to get things going. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to get things started. All right. If I get a little bit distracted tonight, I do apologize. I am doing a fantasy football draft. There was no way that I could avoid it. So I'm actually doing 2 technically, but 1 I'm not fully doing. I have a partner with. So, but I did just want to let you guys know that too, because it is that time of the season. It is. It's that time of the year. And it was out of my control. So Profar will be leading it off for the Atlanta Braves, hitting .266. The pitch is outside for a ball. First pitch was outside. Second pitch, that was outside too. So it's 2 balls, no strikes. Suarez gets the signs and deals. And the pitch is in there for strike 1. They are actually, that's interesting. I did not see that. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. 2-1 was fouled off. I think I'm going to go 9-2 Phillies. Kyle with another masterclass night. I'm going to go 3-1 Phillies. What's up, BBN? How are you, my friend? 5-3 Phillies, says David. Okay. And standout player. Everybody forgets about that. 2-2 pitch. Popped up, hit out over towards straightaway center field. But Stott gets there and makes the catch. It was hit out to center. I thought it was going to carry a little bit more. But Stott ended up going out there, and he caught it. And now Matt Olson comes up, and he looks at ball 1. That pitch was inside. Olson batting .266 with 21 home runs on the season. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Excuse. Oh, wow. I did not think he was going to do that. 2 balls, 1 strike to Matt Olson. Suarez gets the signs, gets set, kicks, fires, and throws a strike. Ends up being at the knees. Defensively for the Phillies, they got Trey Turner over at short. They got Bryce Harper over at first. Al Boma's at third. And Stott's at second. 2-2. That ball is lifted out to left field, but it's going to get down for a base hit. It's a blooper. And Olson gets on with an opposite field single. That ball bounced in front of the left fielder. There was just no chance that Max Kepler was going to be able to get to it. So a one-out single. In the outfield for the Phillies, they got Nick Castellanos in right, Max Kepler in left, and Brandon Marsh out in center. Here comes Acuna Jr., and the first pitch is tapped foul. Ronald this year batting .298 with 15 home runs and 31 RBI as well. Suarez will deliver from the stretch. And here comes the pitch. And it's fouled back towards the screen. Alfonso Marquez is the home plate umpire. Lance Barrett is over at first. Carlos Torres is at second. And Brock Blue is at third. The ball is 2 strikes to Ronald Acuna Jr. 9 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 0-2 is taken low for a ball. Wow. Okay. I like that. Thought last night was fantastic, says Larry. That was fun. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Acuna sends this one out to center field. It's playable for Brandon Marsh, and he will back up and make the catch and draw the throw over the second base, and Olson says, I'm not going to go anywhere. Ranger may have gotten away with one there, to be honest with you. I mean, Acuna did a good job. Well, he ended up getting under it, but that was his pitch to try to drill out. So 2 outs in the top of the first. And Ozzie Albies is up at the plate. And he swings and misses at a pitch that was right down the center. Looked like that was a changeup. No balls, 1 strike. Suarez ready to throw from the stretch again. He kicks, deals. And Albies sends this one out to left field, and that's going to go all the way over towards the wall. And Olson will stop over at third base. The throw is cut off from Trey Turner. Ozzie Albies batting on the right side, able to send it out to left field down that left field line and keep it fair. And so an extra base hit for Atlanta. It looked like it was another mistake right down the middle. Ranger just mislocated that pitch. They want to try to settle on in here. There's a 4-seamer right down the middle. Here comes Marcell Ozuna to the plate, and he looks at strike 1. He has 62 RBI on the season, which is low for him. Just a .229 average. 0-1, foul ball. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, folks. We go on for all the Phillies, all the Sixers, and all the Eagles games, pretty much. I shouldn't say all. 0-2, and that's low for a ball. We really try not to miss. JJ think Ranger gets resigned. I have no clue. I have no clue. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Marcell Ozuna, and the pitch is lined foul. Look out for that. I'm going to go 6-0 Phillies. 14-2 Phillies. Wow. Hey, JJ, as an Eagles fan, what are your thoughts on the Cowboys trading Parsons? 1-2 pitch. That misses outside for ball 2. I don't care. I want to win a Super Bowl. That's all I care about. I mean, from Dallas's perspective, he was done. He was done. Did they get the most value for him? I guess. You got 2 firsts. 2-2. That misses outside for ball 3. I'm not scared. I'm not nervous about Dallas. Wasn't even nervous about them when they had Micah. 3-2 pitch. And that ball is down for ball 4. And the bases are loaded here in the top of the first inning. Okay. So Ozuna takes low for ball 4. He will be rewarded first base. There are still 2 outs. So that puts Olson over at third still. Albies is still at second. The only difference now is that Ozuna is over at first. 76-0 Phillies in honor of the 76ers, of course. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icons. Here comes Michael Harris, and he looks at strike 1 right at the knees. That was it right on the outside corner. The ball is 1 strike. The next pitch to Harris, and he flies this one out to right. It's hooking foul, and it'll stay foul. Guys, we have a big announcement tomorrow night. I want to make sure that you guys know about it, and I will probably send reminders about that throughout the rest of the night. But we do have a big announcement that we're going to announce tomorrow during the game, which I'm pretty excited about, and I hope that you guys are on so that way you can look forward to it too. 0-2, and that's taken low for a ball. So now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Michael Harris. Suarez comes set and deals, and Harris grounds it foul. I hope I'm wrong, but considering how inconsistent this team has been all season, the Phillies lose tonight. Again, hope I'm wrong, says Wayne. I think that we're all in the same boat. A lot of us are. 1-2 pitch. That's down and away for ball 2. Dusty's brother is third base coach. Ranger won't be resigned. Jack, where were you last night? You missed all the runs, my friend. You and Brian were not here. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a fly ball. Hit over towards right field. Castellanos is on the run towards the line, and he'll make the catch. And the inning is over. All right, we're going to go to the bottom of the first inning. No score between the Phillies and the Braves. I'll be back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. All right. Hello, everybody. Trey Turner will lead it off for the Philadelphia Phillies as we go to the bottom of the first. It'll be Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Bohm, Marsh, Castellanos, Kepler, Stott, and Rafael Marchand. No JT tonight for Philadelphia. Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Al Bohm, Brandon Marsh, Nick Castellanos, Max Kepler, Bryson Stott, and Rafael Marchand are in the starting lineup. There we go. Very good. Parsons is greater than Kenny Clark and 2 firsts, says Larry. What's up, Andrew? All right. So Bryce Elder is going to be on the mound to pitch. Elder with a 6.12 ERA on the season. He's 26 years old. He's from Decatur, Texas. Jack, let me know if I said that correctly. Decatur, Texas. The pitch. There's a called strike at the knees. Taking the Trey Turner. Why tomorrow? Because I can't tell you. 0-1, and that's outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball hit over to second base. Albies picks it up, throws it over to first. It's in time for out number 1. If I could tell you today, I would, but I can't tell you. So now Kyle Schwarber comes up. What's up, Mr. Dino? How are you? Jack says perfect. Okay, good. The pitch. And that is taken inside for a ball. JJ, you'll crack and tell us. Nope. Gotta be strong. 1 ball, no strikes to Kyle Schwarber. And the pitch is grounded over towards the right side. Picked up by Albies. The throw over to first is in time for out number 2. I find it funny that that's happening. That's really wild. So 2 outs. And Bryce Harper is due up. Hit that thumbs up button, people. We have 294 people tuning on in. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. JJ calls the Eagles and the Sixers and the Phillies. And we do Diamond Zone. The pitch is inside and low for a ball. A 270 average for Bryce. 22 home runs. 1-0 pitch, and he grounds it back over towards the mound. Elder has it, throws it over to first, and it's in time for out number 3. So 1, 2, 3 go the Philadelphia Phillies. Bryce Elder able to get himself a 1, 2, 3 inning, and it only took him 7 pitches to do so. We'll be back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're back. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, folks. We're trying to get to 7,100 subs by the end of tonight. Our goal by the end of the year is to try to get us to 10K. That's really what the goal is. What's up, Jack?
I love Jalen Carter but hate the cap hit. 2 firsts.
For Jalen Carter? I'll tell you this. I'll put it to you this way, and Howie Roseman I trust. So, if there's anybody that understands the cap, it's Howie Roseman and how to manage it. I don't know if I would give up Jalen Carter. If we get 2 firsts, though, for Jalen Carter, I would probably consider it, I guess. I'm just very emotionally attached to Jalen Carter. But yeah, that's flawed on my end. But it's a good reason. I guess it's a good thing that I'm not managing the Eagles right now. All right, so we're going to the top of the second. No score between the Phillies and the Braves. Thank you, by the way, for the $2 super chat, my friend. Sorry to add to your trade deficit. The pitch. Speaking of us, I just had to joke around with you. The ball is 1 strike. So we're in the top of the second. No score between the Phillies and the Braves. Ranger on the mound. Gets set at the letters and deals. And the pitch is fouled away. I'm just excited for the Birds to play. I really am. I want 2. I want back-to-back. No balls, 2 strikes. Sean Murphy in the batter's box. And here's the 0-2. And that is down and in for ball 1. We have 0 hits. Yeah. Good counting. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have a hit. 1-2. Fouled away. The 1-2 on the way. That is down for ball 2. Thanks, Jack.
I also have a trade deficit with my grocery store.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I guess don't we all? 2-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Kepler can't make the stop there. And so Sean Murphy's going to go on over to second base. I mean, he had a chance to field that thing and be able to play it on a hop. He was just slow to get to the ball, though. And Sean Murphy able to get on with a double. A 1-out double, that is. Oh, boy. I don't know how he didn't get there. Like, that's just effort to me. The pitch. And there is a called strike. That's to Nacho Alvarez Jr. Alvarez was 6 RBI. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball hit over to third base. Bohm picks it up, charges over to first, and does get the out there. And so now Nick Allen is coming up. For those of you that are not Eagles fans, who is your team? I know Larry is Vikings. But if you're not an Eagles fan, I know Tony's a Commanders fan. The pitch on the way, fly ball hit out over towards right field. That's going to get down for a single. And so Murphy will head on over to third base. That's a bloop single allowed to Nick Allen. And the top of the lineup is coming back on. Oh, we're up soon. I think we're up next. Oh, gosh. So runners at the corners with a 1 out. Don't forget flyers for me, too. Yep, that's true. Larry is a Philadelphia fan, just not... He's not an Eagles fan, though. But Larry, I don't think Larry hates the Eagles. 1-0 pitch. Swing and the miss. I don't want to put words in his mouth, though. Larry says, I ain't giving it back. 1 ball, 1 strike. All right. So 1 out in the top of the second. I'm a Bucks fan. I even named my dog Buck. The pitch, line drive, base hit back up the middle. And so the Braves are going to take the lead on an RBI single by Jurickson Profar. And so stopping over at third base will be Nick Allen. So let's see where this pitch was. Ranger again threw another fastball down the middle. And Profar just did not miss a beat on it. Able to keep his foot locked, able to get his foot down, follow up with the swing, just put the ball in a good spot back up the middle on the ground. And now Olson is up, and Suarez falls behind in the count, 1-0. That's already 5 hits allowed by Ranger Suarez. Here's the 1-0 on the way. That misses inside for ball 2. Hit that thumbs up button, people, and subscribe to the channel, too. Already 43 pitches, too, by the way, for Ranger. The 2-0 on the way. That misses inside for ball 3. He goes cutter, sinker, and sinker, and just cannot find the zone. Oh, wow, you got 2 tight ends. Huh. 3-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Oh, wait, no, you got running back and tight end. Okay. Interesting. 3 balls, 1 strike to Matt Olson. And up next is Ronald Acuna Jr. Scott's a Dallas Cowboys fan. Ooh. 3-1, swing and a miss. I've always been neutral on the Eagles, he said, but root hard for them versus the Cowgirls. Attaboy. That's all that matters. It is. All right, so the count is full. There's 1 out in the top of the second. It's 1-0 Atlanta. A huge payoff pitch coming to Matt Olson. And here it comes. Swing and a line drive off the glove of Ranger over to Trey Turner. He'll take it to second for 1, and he throws it over to first for 2. And that is a 1-6-3 double play. And the inning is over. All right, so we go to the bottom of the second inning. It is 1-0 Atlanta. Phillies will be back.
Love what you do and how you do it.
Let's go, John. Thank you very, very much, my friend. That was really nice. That one goes out to Jack, too. Thank you all very much for the generosity. It means a lot to me. All right, so the Phillies are coming up in the bottom of the second. This is going to be an inning for them where they have to respond here. I know that it sounds plain and simple, but you got 4, 5, and 6 due up. That's Bohm, Marsh, and Castellanos. This is where you need to find a way to make Bryce work. You do. You got to find a way here. Bohm is 4 for 9 against him in his career with an RBI and 2 strikeouts. So I'm really looking for him to try to get on base. I think that he needs to set the tone to start off this bottom of the second inning here. Now, Brandon Marsh, on the other hand, this is a guy who is also 4 for 6 against Bryce Elder. So, again, analytics-wise, like I'm not really for the analytics, or not really for. I'm not always stat heavy, if you will, but you've had success off of him. You've been able to hit his fastballs. He doesn't throw high-powering stuff. That's just not what he does. And not only is it not high in power when it comes to his velocity and his control, but he also tends to leave pitches out over the middle of the plate. And so to me, it's unacceptable that this guy threw 7 pitches in the first inning, and yet the Phillies could not get a hit off of him. We all know why that is. It's a home run or feast. It's a home run or famine type of a team. But there's no excuse as to why the Phillies can't make Bryce work here. First pitch to Bohm, and he takes it for a called strike. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch is way outside for ball 1. JJ, UPS, what can Brown do for you? What's up, Cole? The 1-1, that's a called strike. John, thanks again. 1-2 pitch, foul ball. What's up, Jason? That's true, John. That's true. Most people were rooting for the Chiefs to lose. 1-2 to Bohm, and he flies this one out to right field, hit sharply on the nose, just right at Ronald Acuna Jr. for out number 1. And so 1 gone here in the bottom of the second inning. Phillies play the Brewers next after this series is done. They're actually off on Tuesday. They play the Brewers on Monday for Labor Day. Then they're off Tuesday. And then they play Wednesday and Thursday. First pitch to Marsh. And he looks at a called strike. Oh, dude, that's so sick. Somebody just messaged me pictures of them at the game. That's so cool. That's sick. If you guys ever go to the game, like, feel free to send pictures. You know, send it on to the hotline. 1-1 pitch. That misses inside and low for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike to Brandon Marsh. And the pitch, ground ball hit over to shortstop, backhanded by Nick Allen. The throw over to first is in time. Olson had to, he kept his foot on the bag. It was a little bit towards his right, though. So he had to really stretch that leg. 2 quick outs so far. And Nick Castellanos is due up next. Yeah, remember you said that you're going tomorrow. The pitch. And that is taken inside for a ball. It won't be smooth sailing for our birds this year. Is it ever smooth sailing, Jack? I mean, like, let's be real. Is it ever smooth sailing for the Eagles? I don't even know if that's in our vocabulary. 2-0 pitch. Ground ball hit over to third base. Nacho Alvarez Jr. has it. Throws it over to first. Good range from him. And the inning is over. Another 1-2-3 inning for Bryce Elder. And the Phillies are going to the top of the third inning. It's 1-0 Atlanta. All right, chat. Let's take a look at some out-of-town scores, shall we? We'll do that now. Cardinals are up 3-2 against the Cincinnati Reds. They're out in Cincinnati. You got Rays up 2-1 against the Washington Nationals. Brandon Lau homered, and Luis Garcia Jr. had a sac fly. It's also no score between the Pirates and the Red Sox. That game's in the bottom of the first. The Brewers are in Toronto. That's a good series. That is in the bottom of the first, too. You got Angels and Astros tonight at 8:10. You got Marlins and Mets getting underway as they are in the bottom of the first. You got Mariners and Guardians. It's 2-0 Seattle already. They got a runner on over at third. Julio Rodriguez had an RBI single, and so did Eugenio Suarez. So it's 2-0 there. Those are all the games on right now. Yankees and White Sox will play at 7:40. You got Tigers and Royals at 8:10. Padres and Twins at 8:10. And then tonight, you also have Angels and Astros at 8:10, and Cubs and Rockies at 8:40. At 10:05, it'll be Rangers and Athletics. At 10:10, it's Diamondbacks and Dodgers, and then Orioles and Giants are on at 10:15. What did last night's game teach you? What did last night's Phillies game teach you? To me, it didn't teach me anything. To me, it said everything that I have learned about this team. I just admired the history. But in some other ways, it kind of made me a little bit frustrated too. Because where was this when they played against the Mets? Not only where was this, I understand that the Braves just don't have a good team this year. But could we have just given better effort out there? Here comes Ronald Acuna Jr., and he lines the first pitch out to right center field, another pitch down the middle, and that's going all the way towards the wall, and Acuna Jr. will get into second base without a throw. That throw was pretty late. So it's a leadoff double for Ronald Acuna Jr. That's what, their 6th hit of the ball game. But yeah, last night did not teach me anything. What's up, Elaine? The pitch. That's outside for a ball. It reminded me, says Larry, that any mundane baseball game can become a historic event. That's why you got to stay at the ballpark. That's why you come on stream. Because you just never know what's going to happen. The pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. Castellanos goes back over towards the track, and he'll make the catch. And so Acuna was off the bag, and he has to go back over to second base. I don't know if he read that well or not. I guess that he thought that Albies was going to get a hit there. Wasn't thinking about just tagging up over at second. The camera is on him. So there's one out. I just admired the moment. That was it. I just admired what I saw. First pitch. There's a called strike to Marcell Ozuna. He walked his last time up. He kicks, fires, throws a strike. It was a changeup at 87 miles per hour. Excuse. Jorge Polanco just homered for the Mariners. And they now lead at 4-0. 0-2 pitch. That misses inside for a ball. It reminded me that it made me learn that the Phillies won't do anything tonight, says Kevin. So then you didn't learn anything. It reminded me that 162 means nothing. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. There's a strikeout. There's out number 2. Is that the first strikeout tonight from Ranger? It is. Wow. JJ always makes me realize how terrible I am at pronouncing the players' names, says Jason. Hey, I'm not perfect. Tell that to some of the people on here. Harris is up at the plate. And the pitch, swing and a miss. When you're calling a game, and I still struggle with this too, you got to know what you're talking about. And when I'm wrong, I want people to call me out. 0-1, and that misses inside for a ball. but I appreciate you for saying that. That means I'm doing my job. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch is chopped foul over towards the first base side. So the Braves lead at 1-0. How did that happen, JJ? Well, Ranger Suarez gave up an RBI single to Jurickson Profar. That was in the 2nd inning. The 1-2 delivery to Harris, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Ranger Suarez. And so we go to the bottom of the 3rd. I will go get the emotes up to date right now. In the meantime, though, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We'll be back in just a few moments. Alrighty, the emotes should be up and running right now. 1 run on 6 hits for the Atlanta Braves. No runs on 0 hits for the Philadelphia Phillies. You're not lying, bro. Where was that energy all month? It wasn't just where was that energy all month. Where was that? I'll put it to you this way. Okay. I hold my friends accountable. I do. I hold my really good friends accountable, and I really try to be that way. Okay? If somebody doesn't do if I don't do something for somebody, I want somebody to call me out. I want constructive criticism. Right? I don't want things sugar-coated. Okay? The pitch, there's a swing and a miss. And I try to do the same for others. You know, like I hold people accountable too. When there's somebody that's not there for me that I need them to be there, I hold them accountable. I call them out for it. Now, I don't do it publicly, and I try to be professional about it, of course, and cordial. The 0-1, and that's fouled off. But the Phillies did not show up in that series. And I hold them accountable for that. You know what I'm saying? They weren't there. Nobody showed up. The 0-2. That's down for a ball. And I look at it that way. 1-2 pitch. That's low and outside for ball 2. Jerry says, I think that they should shorten the baseball season. 2-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. See, what's funny is that I think that they should shorten the NBA season and the NHL season. But I think that they should keep baseball right where it is. 2-2 pitch. There's a foul ball. I think 82 games for NBA and for NHL, specifically NHL. That's a lot of games for those guys. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And so there's one out here in the bottom of the third inning. Plus, from a broadcasting perspective, I love the 162. It shows who's committed to the craft. One out. And the pitch is low for a ball. That's to Bryson Stott. So Stott is up, and then it's Rafael Marchand. And then if the inning goes any further, Trey Turner would be in the hole. Well, he is in the hole. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stott did swing and miss at the pitch that was in the dirt. Elder, not wasting any time, kicks and fires, and the pitch was low, but it's called a strike. And Stott will step out of the box. He calls for time. That was not a strike. That was not a strike. What's up, Jess? How are you, Jess? 1 ball, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch, and Stott fouls it off. His helmet almost came off of his head, and he has to readjust it. The 1-2, that's way up high and outside for ball 2. For me, the NBA is a snooze fest anymore, but I'm loving a long NHL season, and baseball is fine also. 2-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball, back up the middle for a base hit, and finally Bryson Stott breaks the ice for the Phillies. As Acuna Jr. plays it on the ground, throws it back over to second, and Stott is aboard. And now we'll bring up Rafael Marchand to the plate. Hamburglar is doing color commentary, constantly hoping for stolen bases. Jack is saying steal, steal, steal. Let's go. Hit the thumbs up button, folks. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for all the Phillies. We go on. We do Phillies games, we do Eagles games, and we do Sixers games on this channel. I got to get out of the habit of saying all. So Rafael Marchand is due up at the plate. We had a timeout taken. Looked like Rick Kranitz went out there to have a discussion with his pitcher. We need 22 more subs for us to get to 7,050. 12 more subs. The pitch to Marchand, and he flies it out over towards left field. And so, the catch is made for out number 2. So there's 2 outs in the bottom of the third. And up to bat is Trey Turner. Turner grounded out his last time up. And he fouls off the first pitch. That was over on the inside corner. Rangers so far today, 3 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Toss back over to first. It's not in time to get Bryson Stott. Turner is 32 years old. He's been in the league since 2015. He pops up the 0-1 in foul territory. Olson gets under it, makes the catch in front of the Phillies dugout, and the inning is over. The side is retired, and we're heading to the top of the 4th inning. 1-0 Atlanta, and we're going to take a very quick step off. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. We got Phillies taking on the Atlanta Braves. It's 1-0 Atlanta so far. Phillies just have not put together good at-bats today. They look like that they just went out to a party last night, and they're very hungover. But obviously, that can change, but just not a good start by Philadelphia. The sky is beautiful, though. It's cool. It's like a little bit of purple layered with light blue, and at the very bottom, dark blue. It's pretty cool. First pitch from Ranger Suarez. That's taken high for a ball. Sean Murphy is up. He's a right-handed hitter. He doubled, scored a run. That was back in the second inning. Here's the pitch. There's a foul ball. I got to be honest with you. The City Connect uniforms, I'm not the biggest fan of them, but they've kind of grown on me a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. 1-1. That misses inside and low for ball 2. I'm not here to tell you that, oh my gosh, like I'm in love with them. But I don't know. There's something about them that's sort of like, it's not bad. 2-1 pitch, and that's taken for strike 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. Trey Turner picks it up, fires over to first, and it's in time for out number 1. There's VJ Edgecombe. Did he throw out the first pitch tonight? That's cool. I'm excited to see what he does with the Sixers this year. He was talking to Alec Bohm earlier. So 1 away in the 4th inning. And the pitch is lined foul over towards the left side. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch is outside, not by much for a ball. What's up, DE? How are you, my friend? The 76ers curse. Jamaica says, I absolutely have to take my dad if we do make it to the playoffs. Oh, dude, for sure. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch is taken for strike 2. There's nothing like going to a game with a family member that you love. 1-2 pitch. That is down for ball 2. It's a great bonding experience. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. Suarez not wasting any time. He fires. And the pitch is lofted out over towards left field. Kepler on the run. And he dives, and he can't make the catch. Now, Turner was there to pick it up. And so, a 1-out single hit by Nacho Alvarez Jr. And Max Kepler again showing deficiencies out in left field. When he was running in, he tried to dive for it. And he almost got there, but just could not get to it in time. Left his feet, and he wasn't short. It actually just hit the inside part of the glove, just the tip of it. Regardless, though, not able to make the catch. And now Nick Allen comes up, and he fouls off the first pitch away towards the right side. That's the 7th hit of the night for Atlanta. No balls, 1 strike. Suarez looks back at first, now back to the plate. And he delivers from the stretch, and it's up high for a ball. If you can get playoff tickets, it would be priceless. Yup. There's no better experience of going to a playoff game with somebody that you love. 1-1 pitch on the way. Line drive hit out to center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. The throw to second base is not in time to get Alvarez Jr. And so there's a single hit by Nick Allen. Back-to-back singles for the Atlanta Braves. Another pitch right down the middle. He seems to just be going to that four-seamer right down the middle. I don't know who's calling me right now. It's weird. Sorry about that. And I usually mute my phone. I didn't mute it this time. So 2 singles in a row. And now Jurickson Profar comes up to the plate. And Profar grounds it over to third. It's picked up by Bohm. The throw to second, there's 1. The throw to first, there's 2. It's a double play. Around the horn we go. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th inning. And so Ranger Suarez able to get out of the pickle. He cleaned up his own mess. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Atlanta. Five, 4, 3, double play. Nice. All right, I'm going to take another step off. Again, I apologize if I'm getting a little bit distracted. I'm also doing a fantasy football draft right now. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, it's time to go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Phillies are down 1-0. Hi, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I hope that you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. Make sure that you guys turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. For all the Phillies, all the Sixers, and Eagles content that we do. Kyle Schwarber will lead it off as we go to the bottom of the 4th. And the first pitch is low for ball 1. Kyle Schwarber has 8 homers this year against the Atlanta Braves. He had 4 last night. 1-0 pitch. That is taken down for ball 2. So it's 2 balls, no strikes to Kyle Schwarber already. And the pitch. That is outside for ball 3. So Elder goes with sinker, changeup. The 3-0 delivery. There's a ball that's taken at the knees at 92 miles per hour. Rangers in danger, of course. 3-1 pitch. It's low for ball 4. And Kyle Schwarber gets on with a leadoff walk. And that'll bring up Bryce Harper to the plate. here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Let's go. George! First pitch, Harper surprises everybody, shows bunt down the third base line, and Schwarber goes over to second base. The ball was picked up by Alvarez. He would not have had a chance to get him out. So Harper gets on with a bunt, and so now there's runners on over at first and second base. Oh boy. George! That right there is baseball, says Jack. Yep. That was a great play by Harper. The pitch. That's down and away for a ball. That's to Alec Bohm. And it worked perfectly. It wasn't like he just showed it first. He surprised everybody. 1-0 pitch on the way to Bohm. And he flies this one out over towards shallow right field. It won't be deep enough for Schwarber to go over to third base. Acuna is going to be there to make the catch. There's out number 1. Thanks, Bohm, says Hokie Boy. No spoilers in the chat. If you see it before I do, don't say anything. I might not always look at chat in real time. But when I do, I see a spoiler. Brandon Marsh is up at the plate. Grounded out to short his last time up. And he fouls off the first pitch that he sees. And so the count is 0-1. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell icon too, and that way you will know when we do go live. Also follow us on all the social medias by clicking on our link tree as well. 0-1 to Marsh. Line drive hit out to right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Kyle Schwarber's going to be rounding third. He's being waved home. Albies with the throw to the plate. It's not in time. And the Phillies tie this baby up. RBI single for Brandon Marsh. Schwarber got on in there standing up. I was curious to see if he was going to make it, and he did. And so now Nick Castellanos is coming up to the plate. First pitch to Casty, and he grounds it foul towards the third base side. Casty's going to get a new bat. He threw it over to the bat boy, and now is going to get a new bat. So it's an 0-1 count. Marsh is over at first. Harper is at second. And Kyle Schwarber scored on the RBI single by Marsh. Casty is 4 for 9. All 4 of his hits against Bryce Elder are home runs. He's 4 for 9 against him. He grounded out to third his last time up. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos. Elder under pressure. Kicks, deals, and Castellanos tips it foul. Bryce is 26 years old, Bryce Elder, that is. He's 6 feet 2 inches tall, 220 pounds. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock to Nick Castellanos. 1 away, bottom of the 4th. 1-1 is the score, and Elder will take a step off as he looks back at second base, and he'll reset. Last time that Bryce did pitch, he only allowed 2 earned runs against the Mets in 6 innings, and he struck out 6 guys. The outing before that, though, against the White Sox, 4 2/3, 8 earned runs. The 0-2 pitch, that's low for a ball to Castellanos. Hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up button, people. Let's go. Elder will take a very quick step off as time is called, and Sean Murphy will go out there on the mound to have a conversation with Elder. He does not take off the mask. The Packers are about to introduce Micah Parsons. The press conference is going to be hilarious, says Lou. One ball, 2 strikes. Marsh tied the game up on an RBI single. He's over at first. Harper is in scoring position. Elder glances back at second, now back to the plate, and the 1-2 is down for ball 2. The jinx is real. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 2-2 pitch on the way. That's just outside. What was an 0-2 count is now a full count to Nick Castellanos. I'm shocked he did not go there. The payoff pitch to Nick. Swing and a miss. He went guessing after a pitch that was in the zone. He was way late on it. Didn't even half swing. You just sort of flung the bat like he was golfing. And so the inning is over. That was not the pitch that he was anticipating, clearly. There's out number 2, excuse me. Now Max Kepler comes up and he takes outside for ball 1. Did I say that the inning was over? Oh my gosh. There's out number 2. Elder kicks, deals, and the 1-0 is swung on and missed. That pitch was outside. That wasn't a full swing either, but no need to appeal. Elder will look back at second again and step off the mound. The 1-1 to Kepler. It's low and outside for ball 2. Max is 0 for 4 against Bryce Elder. He's gotten on base against him 1 time, though. $55 total pitches for Bryce. The 2-1 pitch to Kepler. That's fouled back again. Charge! 2 balls, 2 strikes to Max. The pitch. Fly ball, hit out over towards shallow left field. Profar gets under it and makes the catch. He was running towards the third base side, and he caught it, and the inning is over. However, Brandon Marsh gets himself an RBI single. It scores Kyle Schwarber, and the Phillies tie the knot 1-1. We're going to go to the top of the 5th. We'll be back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. That's funny, Shannon. Alrighty. What's up, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. And turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. All right. While we're on the topic of fantasy football, has anybody drafted their players that's already in a league? Has anybody done the draft already? If not, when is your draft? Just out of curiosity. All right, Matt Olson is up. Top of the fifth. 1-1 ball game. And the pitch is inside for a ball. Olson is 1 for 2 with a single. 267 batting average for Olson. 21 homers and 75 RBI. Ranger Suarez still pitching. He kicks. He fires. And that is down and out for ball 2. Good pick. Nice. Very good pick. I don't do fantasy football. Larry says me neither. 2 balls, 1 strike. Anybody do it? Two 1 pitch. That misses inside for ball 3. So it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Paul says, I have 2 teams drafted already, happy with both results. Nice. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. And Matt Olson is aboard here in the top of the 5th inning. That's a leadoff single for Olson. And up to bat now is Ronald Acuna Jr. All right, I got to start paying attention. After seeing the Cowboys trade Micah Parsons, I'm watching and waiting, says Jamaica. Oh, so you haven't thought about the draft? Pitch to Acuna. That ball is fouled off. No balls, 1 strike to Ronald Acuna Jr. All right, this other draft I'm in is just starting. Again, I didn't have any control over this. 0-1, fouled away. There we go. Jamaica, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate that. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 is up high for a ball. A little bit, but that was unexpected. Oh, I got you. No way. I could actually get Saquon. No way. 1-2 pitch to Acuna. That is taken outside for ball 2. That's crazy. There's no way. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch. Foul ball. Oh, I got you. Game Quest. Yeah. Once Misa got yeah. That's fair. That makes a lot of sense. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Acuna, and he flies this one out to left field. It's not deep at all. Kepler comes running in, and they'll make the grab for out number 1. Oh, let's go. I'm going to get Saquon Barkley as the 4th pick. Nice. Let's go. That's awesome. So Acuna flies out to left. Top of the 5th, 1 away. And Ozzie Albies is up, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. All right, so I got time with my next pick. That's good. This game is making no sense today. Every game makes no sense. Welcome on into Phillies baseball. The ball is one strike, and the pitch is fouled away. David Robertson is getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen. The 0-2 to Albies. That's low and outside for a ball. Let's go. The 1-2 delivery to Ozzie. That's going to bounce away from Rafael Marchand. It goes towards his left side, but Olson will hold his horses over at first. And some advice, if you know that the team is hot dog water, always take the under, not the over. Just the way that you said that made me laugh. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's to Ozzie Albies. And the pitch. That's taken for ball 3. I can't believe I got Saquon as the 4th pick. Let's go. I thought he was going to go number 1, especially because all these teams, not all of them, but like there's a lot of Eagles fans. Three balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Ground ball, base hit back up the middle. And so, Olson will head on over to third base. The throw is late. And Albies able to get on with a single. By the way, Ranger Suarez has 89 pitches. 89 pitches already. That was a changeup that was hanging down the middle. It was hit off the end of the bat by Albies. All he wanted to do was just put the ball in play there. And he just got it off the tail end of the bat. I think I'm going to go. I think I know what I'm going to do next. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. That is on the outside corner and taken for strike 1. The ball is 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch is up high for a ball. That was at 86. One ball, 1 strike. A double play would be really good. It would be really nice here. The pitch, fly ball hit out over towards right field. Castellanos makes the catch. Olson will test out the arm. The throw to the plate. He is out. Nick Castellanos with a cannon of an arm. Able to gun out Matt Olson. And we are going to the bottom of the 5th just like that. That was a heck of a throw by Castellanos and a nice catch, too, by Marchand. And for him to be able to swipe him out, oh, man, Ranger Suarez got bailed out by his defense, and the Phillies will certainly take that. Bottom of the 5th inning coming on up. A 9-2 double play. Just what the doctor ordered for Philadelphia. Let's go. That was beautiful. That was a great throw. I've always said, maybe Nick doesn't have the best speed, but he has a pretty darn good arm. All right. I'm ready to draft soon. No way. I could actually go for him, too. It's great. As much as I slag Casty, he can throw. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. All right, it's time to wake up, guys. It's time to get the bats going. It's wakey, wakey time. Ugh. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Get those clocks out. Punch the clocks. Let's go. All right. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Phillies are tied 1-1 against the Atlanta Braves. If you are new to my channel, this is play-by-play with JJ. Hit the thumbs up button. We go on for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. We also do a really cool thing on here called Diamond Zone. If you're into fantasy baseball, if you love watching baseball, period, we will call like sometimes 5 games at once, and it's really, really cool. And it's basically like NFL Red Zone, except it's for baseball. And we'll switch the scoreboards so that way you guys are able to follow along and see which game we're talking about. And it's a really, really cool thing. So if you're into fantasy sports, if you just love baseball, if you can't get access to all the games, it's a really nice way for you to just be able to stay involved with all the action. Diamond Zone. The link is posted right by Scott. And you should go check that out for sure. 0-1 pitch to Stotts. There's a swing and a miss. Bryce Elder with 59 pitches. Oh, I'm going to be going soon. I'm almost up. No balls, 2 strikes. That's to Bryson Stott. And the pitch. And he grounds it over to shortstop. Allen has it, throws it low over to first, but it's dug out by Olson. There's the first out of the inning. Okay, we're up. We are up. That's our tails. There we go. Here comes Rafael Marchand, and he takes a called strike right at the knees. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch to Marchand is taken all the way for strike 2. It's Romano time. Let's go. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Ground ball topped over towards first base. Olson picks it up. Underhanded toss over to the pitcher, who has to cover the bag as in time. And so there are 2 gone now. And we flip the lineup card and go back to the top of the order. 9 more subs till we get to 7,050. Nick, what's going on?
JJ, today is a national holiday, bro. It's Halftime's birthday. Need everyone in the chat to go wish him a happy birthday.
Oh, that's so cool. I don't think he's live right now. The pitch is taken down for a ball. He doesn't have Apple TV. 1-0 pitch. That's down for ball 2. Somebody actually go check to see if he is live. 2 balls, no strikes. That's to Trey Turner. Turner is 0 for 2 against Bryce Elder tonight. The 2-0 pitch on the way. There's a ground ball hit over to third. Alvarez Jr. spins, turns, fires over to first, and Olson can't dig it out. The throw was low, but Olson just could not scoop it out. Wasn't a good throw, but Trey Turner gets on. He's over at first base. I actually think he's going to be rewarded second base because the ball, where did it go? Did it go into the dugout? Halftime is live. Okay, let's see. It did. It went into the dugout, so Trey Turner goes to second base. Thanks again for the $5 super chat, man. Darn it, I forgot the draft. I got the guy that I wanted, though. 1 ball, no strikes. That's to Kyle Schwarber. The pitch. That is low for a ball. So it's 2 balls, no strikes. Catcher's interference. Dude, I've been seeing it so many times this year. The 2-0 to Schwarber. There's a called strike on the outside edge. Does anyone actually have Apple TV? I do. Besides me. The 2-1 pitch. That is outside for ball 3. And so the count is now 3-1. Darn it, I'm going to mistake on the quarterback. 3 balls, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Hit that thumbs up button. How many likes do we have now, folks? We have 517 people watching. I don't know how we're doing on the likes, but we're at 175. We should be at 200. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Payoff pitch to Schwarber, and he gets a piece of it. Philly halftime. The payoff pitch on the way, and Schwarber flies this one out over towards shallow left center field. Allen's there, makes the catch, and we're going to the 6th inning, and it's still a 1-1 ball game. All right, let's go say hi to halftime. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Let's go wish him a happy, happy birthday. That's awesome. All right, be right back. All right, we're back. What's up, BW? How are you, my friend? 10 hits in 5 innings, but only 1 run. Yeah, I know that's for the Braves. Atlanta can't get a clutch hit. Philly got to capitalize. Yeah, you're right. Cheers, BW. Mods, if you could do me a huge solid and drop BW's link down below, I would appreciate that. All right, so we're in the top of the 6th inning. And again, folks, I apologize. We're doing a fantasy football draft. This was out of my control. But hopefully you're all doing well. and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. It's a 1-1 ball game. We're in the top of the 6th. There's nobody out. David Robertson is going to pitch. And the pitch is swung on and missed. There we go. BW has the Orioles game tonight. Orioles play the Giants. Should go check that out. It'll be on at 10:15 p.m. Eastern Time. 0-1. That's taken for strike 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That ball is fouled away. Okay. We'll go. Go Devontae Smith. Last pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And there is a strikeout for David Robertson. Nice. So Michael Harris strikes out. We're in the top of the 6th. Mets are up 12-0. Yep, I see. The pitch is taken down for a ball. PJ, thanks so much for the gifted sub, my friend. It's really nice. Roy, congratulations on becoming a new member. 1-0 pitch. That is inside for ball 2. So it's 2 balls, no strikes. Oh, dang. 2-0. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. It'll stay in the ballpark. Castellanos is there, makes the grab. And there's 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. Is Trevor Rogers on the mound tonight? There actually is a reason worth watching. Cheers, JJ. Oh, it is Trevor Rogers on the mound tonight. Sorry, gotta get my eyes checked. That's not good. This Giants team has been playing good baseball. It should be a good game, though. It definitely should be. Nacho Alvarez Jr. is up. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Robertson kicks and deals. There's a ground ball hit sharply over to second base. Stott has it, picks it up, throws it over to first, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning. We're tied up 1-1. Harper will lead it off. And with that, Phillies will be back in just a little bit. And so will we. Again, apologize, but I will be right back. Alrighty, so we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Bryce Harper will lead it off for the Philadelphia Phillies. I like this draft so far. I really do. And no, I got another pick coming up. Okay. I do. I'm feeling pretty good. Anybody else do fantasy football? I can't be the only one that just does fantasy football. I can't be like one of the only ones. All right, Bryce Harper is up, and the pitch is down and in for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. They're interviewing VJ Edgecombe on Apple TV. Here's the 1-0. That's down and in for ball 2. All right, are we up yet? We are. 2 balls, no strikes to Bryce Harper. All right, we are up. Pitch to Bryce. Ground ball hit over to first base. Olson has it and throws it back over towards first base to get the out there. All right, so I think what we're going to do is I think that we're going to go QB here. I do. I think that we should go QB here. Okay. So Harper is out. He grounds out over to first. And now Bohm is up, and he sends this one out to center field. It's going back towards the track, but Harris has room. And it's just warning track power as the catch is made for out number 2. Look at the fanatic. The pitch to Brandon Marsh as inside for a ball. Marsh tied the game up in his last at-bat on an RBI single. And he takes high and away for ball 3. Bryce Elder is still pitching. He's lasted this long. Phillies only have 3 hits, and all 3 of those hits came in that 4th inning. 3-0 pitch. That is taken low for ball 4. Scratch that. 2 of the 3 hits came in that inning. So Marsh gets on with a 2-out walk. He's over at first base. All right, so we got to figure out who we're going to get next. Toss back over to first. That is not in time. So Castellanos is up at the plate. He's 0 for 2. The pitch. Ground ball hit over to third base. The throw over the second. And the inning is over. And so we go to the top of the 7th inning. We're tied 1-1. All right. I did a fantasy football draft for my dad a couple of weeks ago. Who's on your team? My fantasy draft is tomorrow. Who do I have so far? I got Saquon as the 4th pick. Oh, I'm up next. Hold up. We're gonna go Larry. I know that Addison is suspended, and I could take him, but I'm not going to. I'm sorry, Larry. I gotta go Jawan Jennings here. That's what I gotta do. So I got Baker. I got Saquon. I got Saquon first. And then 2nd pick, I got Derrick Henry. This is just in this league. 3rd pick, I got Brock Bowers at tight end. I auto-picked by accident. And then I got Devontae and then Kamara. Or wait, Kamara and then Devontae. And then I got Travis Hunter and Jawan Jennings. And then Baker's my quarterback right now. Right now, that is. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on the notification bell icons, too. JJ, I've been watching your play-by-play. I don't ever chat, but I always hit the like button. Just wanted to say I appreciate the stream. You do a heck of a job. Thank you so much, sir. And again, I apologize. I'm not on my best tonight. That's because I had 2 fantasy drafts. And I couldn't control when they were. So. Did Love go? Did Jordan Love go? I guess Love must have went. When did he go? I didn't see Jordan Love go. Weird. Matt Strom is going to go out there to pitch. There he is. He's right there. Okay. No balls, 1 strike. Vidal Brujan is due up. Strom on the mound. And the pitch. It's chopped foul towards the left side. No balls, 2 strikes to Brujan. The pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. Castellanos is there. And he will make the catch. And there's 1 away. Excuse me. Cardinals lead it 4-3. That's against the Cincinnati Reds. Brewers just took a 1-0 lead. Here comes Jurickson Profar to the plate. Phillies are tied 1-1. Profar 1 for 3. He had the RBI single to drive in the lone run for Atlanta. The pitch, it's popped up. It's hit out over behind second base. Stott is there, makes the catch. There's the second out of the inning. All right, this is now flying by. I don't like any of these picks. So Olson is up. The count is 1-0. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. All right. So Matt Olson able to get himself on with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. He's now 3 for 4 on the day as he just singled back up the middle. So a 2-out single for Matt Olson. And up to bat now is Acuna. The pitch. And there's a foul ball hit by Ronald Acuna Jr. I'll put this right down here. Here's the 0-1. That's taken for a called ball. We can put this actually right over here. Here's the 1-1. And that misses outside for ball 2. Or should we actually, yeah, we'll put this here. That's better. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Ronald Acuna Jr. And the pitch is taken up high for ball 3. Strom did not get the call on 2 of those pitches. 2 of them he did not get the call. Hit the thumbs up button, folks. Hit that subscribe button as well. It's 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 away, top of the 7th. And the pitch. Check swing, did he go? He did not. And so ball 4 to Acuna, and he's now over at first base. He did go. Or yeah, he did not go. The Phillies are 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position tonight. Braves are 2 for 10. That's pretty bad. Here comes Ozzie Albies in the pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. That's going back towards the track, and Kepler has room, makes the catch, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. All right, so we're going to the bottom of the 7th, which means it is now time for trivia. All right, I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. Whoops. Wrong sound effect. You'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. All right, I want you to name me one of the top 5 Phillies players who has the most walks. Who is one of the top? Which Phillies players are in the top 5 for most walks in Phillies franchise history? That's what I want to hear. Who's in the top 5 of most all-time walks in Phillies franchise history? All right, so we're going to go Ryan Howard. That is incorrect. Kyle Schwarber, also incorrect. Chase, incorrect as well. Schmidt, number 1. Number 1 is Schmidt. Abreu, he's number 2. J-Roll, he's actually 6th. Ashburn, tied for 3rd. Good job. So we got the first 3. And we're missing 2. We're missing 2 more. Burrell. Burrell's number 5. And now we're missing number 3. So we got Schmidt, Abreu, Ashburn, and Burrell. And there's one other one, and he was tied with Richie Ashburn. Not Pete Rose. Nope. Ed Delahanty was 9th. Here comes Max Kepler. Kepler is up, and he takes it outside for a ball. Tome. Nope. I don't know if anybody's going to get it. The pitch, swing and a miss. Give you a couple more. Vittorino? No. Hoskins? Roland? Boa? No. The answer, my friends, is Roy Thomas. Roy Thomas. Roy Thomas is the answer. Made his debut in 1899. He had the record for a very long time, and is now is tied for third. Tied for third. Roy Thomas. I'm almost up to draft. One out, by the way. Max Kepler grounded out. And the pitch is taken for a called strike. That's to Bryson Stott. 1 ball, no strikes to Bryson Stott. And the pitch is in there for a called strike. Okay, we're going to go. Yes. The 1-1 pitch. Foul ball. The 1-2 on the way. And that misses outside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and Stott will foul off the next pitch. So that ball goes out of play. I just got Zach Charbonnet. I think he'll have a good year. 2-2 to Stott. Fly ball hit out over towards right center field. Harris, the second, is there and makes the grab. Roy Thomas. Roy Thomas was an outfielder. Played with the Phillies from 1899 to 1908. And now, Rafael Marchand is due up. And so the count is 0-1. The ball is 1 strike. Bottom of the 7th. And the pitch. Foul ball. How many rounds do we have? We have... This is our 14th round. 0-2 pitch. That's up high for a ball. So 14 plus 3 more, so that's 17 rounds. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rafael Marchand. And the 1-2 is swung on and missed. And we're going to go to the top of the 8th inning. Man alive. Phillies just cannot score. They cannot score. We're going to the 8th. We're tied up 1-1. They couldn't just get anybody on and then get out. Oh, wait. Never mind. There's auto picks in front of me. Well, that's good to know. All right. Bring in the birds for more pain. Guys, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles on this channel. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. Kyle Pitts just went. I took Steelers defense right now in round 14. See, I can't reveal my strategy because I know that probably some people that are in, who are in this draft are probably going to be like, I wonder what he's going to say. So they're probably tuning on in just to steal my thunder, so I'm trying to keep a poker face as I do this. So we got Baker, we got Saquon, we got Henry, Devontae, Hunter, Bowers at tight end. Then we got Kamara at flex, Jennings at flex, Steelers defense. Our backup QB is Jordan Love. Backup tight end is Dallas Goedert. Backup wide receiver is Debo. Then we got Zach Charbonnet as backup running back. And now, as crazy as this sounds, we're going to go kicker. And I hate to do this, but we're going Brandon Aubrey. Ay, ay, ay. Fantasy strategy equals pick and hope. That's part of it. 1-0 pitch. It's popped up. It's out over towards the right side. Stots there, makes the catch. And there is out number 1. Yeah, you got to pray that Saquon stays healthy. But I don't think that injuries... I think he has a lot of protection. Can he get hurt? Absolutely. Anybody can. Anybody can. But he does have a lot of protection. 1 out already here in the top of the 8th inning. Michael Harris is up. Ozuna popped out on the second pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That ball is fouled away. Two balls, 2 strikes to Michael Harris. Top of the 8th, 1 out. Kirkering kicks, deals. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. It's hooking foul, thank goodness. Just went foul. All right, so we have 2 picks left. I like this team. I do. It is. It's a pretty well-rounded team. Just took Rashad White as my 15th round pick. Michael Harris, the second, is up at the plate. And the 2-2, and he finds some daylight out to left field for a base hit. It actually was hit on the ground over in between the 5-6 hole, and he got it through. And so he is aboard with 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. No, I guess I got to get back up on that too. So 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. And up to bat now is Drake Baldwin. We're going to go Drake Baldwin here. Kirk gets set at the belt and delivers and fires a strike. That's taken at the knees. Saquon, Henry, and Bowers. Is that 8 teams? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 teams. 10 teams. 0-1, and that's taken for strike 2. Got to be 8 teams with Saquon and Henry. Nope, it's 10. It's 10. 0-2. Foul ball. Brandon Aubrey. Oh, dude, that's a great pick. No balls, 2 strikes, and the 0-2 pitch is just fouled off. Just barely fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes. That's the Drake Baldwin. Kirk comes set and fires, and Baldwin hits a fly ball out towards the right field corner, and it's hooking foul, and it will go out of play. Kirk kicks and deals again, and the pitch is way outside for ball 1. All right, last 2 picks. 1-2. High bouncer, hit towards the right side. Stott has it, throws it over to first. There's out number 2. All right, last 2 picks, chat. I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. All right. I'm happy with that. And finally, one more position player. 2 gone, top of the 8th. And Alvarez Jr. is up. And he takes a called strike at the knees. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch doesn't get the call there. That looked like it was a strike. But it's called a ball. It's 1-1. Kirk kicks and fires. There's a pitch that swung on and missed. That was a sweeper there. That was a good sweeper. Jack said stop throwing the sweeper. He just threw a nice sweeper. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kirk gets set at the belt. Looks back at second. And the 1-2, swing and a miss. He went high fastball, and it worked. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Last time we're going to take a step off. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies are tied 1-1 against the Atlanta Braves. All right, so we can put this back here. We're all good. That was fun. I like the team. I think it's good. I do. Wish I didn't have to do it during the middle of the stream, but it is what it is. Nothing that we can do. All right, so we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies are tied 1-1, as we mentioned before. Phillies just have 3 hits. That's it. They just have 3 hits. They have not gotten a hit. They have not gotten a hit, chat, since the 4th inning. It's been since the 4th inning. Wild. Up to bat now is Trey Turner. First pitch to Trey. That was low, ump. It's called a strike. Dylan Lee is pitching. He has a 3.36 earned run average. In 59 games, 63 strikeouts, and 14 walks. The pitch to Turner. It's a fly ball hit out over towards the right field side, and it will be a souvenir. Pound the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. And here's the 0-2 to Turner. That ball is bounced foul. Where are the big bats tonight? I don't know. No balls, 2 strikes to Turner. Lee kicks, fires, and Turner fouls it off again. The 0-2 to Turner. Swinging a ground ball hit back in front of the mound. Catcher gets over to it and throws it over to first, and that's in time. So that was Drake Baldwin that got over to it and threw a strike over to first. Pitch tracks is showing strikes that don't even touch the black. It's wild, man. It's absolutely insane. This team drives us nuts. But we still love them. Here comes Schwarber. Schwarber takes outside for ball 1. Left on left home runs. Kyle Schwarber with 19. Bryce Harper with 9. 19 is the most. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. He took a violent swing there. That pitch was up high. One ball, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber. The pitch, swing and a miss. He went off speed there. He's like, I'm not even going to give you anything good. The pitch to Schwarber. Fouls it off. Just gets a piece of it. And stays alive. It's been slider, 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 slider. 1-2. There's a fastball. That's up high for ball 2. 4 sliders. And now 1 fastball. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 2-2 to Kyle is down low and away for ball 3. A dangerous pitch coming up. Harper waits in the on-deck circle. The count is 3-2. Lee with the next pitch. And Schwarber hits this one out to center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Kyle Schwarber gets aboard with a 1-out single, and Bryce Harper is coming up. The first hit since the 4th inning for Philadelphia, and Kyle Schwarber gets on base. Charge! And so Bryce Harper will be the next man up. Schwarber has the highest OPS in the 7th inning or later. The pitch to Bryce, swinging a foul ball towards the third base side. And it goes into the dugouts. It was a line drive. 0-1, swing and a miss. Just junk. He's giving you junk. Thank you guys so much for the subs. We go on for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles on this channel. We do like a radio play-by-play. Here's the 0-2 to Bryce. Check swing. Nope, they're not going to check it. The pitch was outside and low. They said Harper took. 1-2 is the count to Bryce Harper. Blue batting gloves for him. Lee looks back at first and delivers from the stretch. And the pitch is high. And also outside, too. Bryce Elder went 7 innings, only gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run. The pitch to Harper, ground ball, and through the hole for a base hit out to center field. Kyle Schwarber's rounding second. He's making his way over to third, and the go-ahead run is now 90 feet away from scoring. Let's go. Hit that run. Get Kyle in. That pitch was also outside. Harper did stay with it and was able to punch it back up the middle. It found daylight and just got on by. We're going to have a pitching change. Pierce Johnson will step on in with runners at the corners. All right. Bohm is due up next. Let's go, chat. Let's go. After the game is done, we have a post-game show. Make sure you guys stay on for that. 610-314-0844 is how you call on into the post-game show. And I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this game. Get this run in. Get this run in and put Duran in for the 9th and let Duran pitch a 1-2-3 9th inning. That's it. That's all that I want right now. We'll dissect everything after the game. We'll talk about what happened, and we'll give you all of our thoughts and break it all down. I would love to hear from you, though. I really would. I would love to hear from you guys, too. So there's 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies have runners at the corners. Bohm is up. He's 0 for 3. It's also the first time tonight where the Phillies have actually had back-to-back singles. Atlanta's first 4 hitters tonight, listen to this. 8 hits. 8 hits in 15 at-bats. Phillies, 4 hitters tonight. 3 hits in 14 at-bats. Who do you think is winning the ball game based off of that? Also, Atlanta's bottom 3 hitters have 4 hits. Phillies' bottom 3 hitters have just 1. We're tied. We're tied. The pitch to Bohm. That's outside for a ball. We're tied. One ball, no strikes. Johnson versus Bohm. And Johnson fires a pitch that's in there for strike one. That looked like it was a curveball. Two curveballs thrown in the row to Alec Bohm. Pierce Johnson with the 1-1 delivery to Bohm. There's a fly ball hit out over towards deep right field. It's going back towards the track. It's going to be caught on the warning track. Schwarber will easily score, and the Phillies go back out in front, 2-1. Bohm gets himself a sac fly, and the Phillies get themselves the lead. And they make it a 2-1 game. That was perfect. And now Marsh comes up, and he lines this one out to center field for a base hit. Harper is going to jog on over to second base. And Brandon Marsh, gotta tell you what, he's now 2 for 3 on the day. That's his third time getting on base. And the Phillies will take that too. There's Duran warming up in the pen. And he will pitch the 9th inning. So the Phillies did execute there, and now Nick Castellanos is coming up to the plate. Two gone, 2 runners on, and the pitch to Nick is inside for ball 1. A ball, no strikes. The pitch outside for ball 2. 2-0 is the count to Casty. He gunned out a runner earlier in the game. 2-0 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. So the count is 2-1. Ozuna is the one that flied into a 9-2 double play, and Olson was gunned out at the plate. 2-1 pitch, and Casty takes down for ball 3. So it's a 3-1 count. How many runs did the Mets have? 12? It's 12-4. That game is only in the bottom of the 5th. 3-1 pitch to Casty, swing and a miss. Another curveball that swung him out of his shoes. All right, keep subscribing, keep hitting those thumbs up buttons, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Johnson with the payoff pitch to Casty. That's just fouled back towards the screen. JJ, is this going into extra innings today? I hope not. I know I read that late, but still, I hope not. Three balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch to Casty outside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the Phillies, just like that. Had him on. Here comes Max Kepler to the plate. He's going to come on into the box. So Johnson gets set at the letters, and the pitch, it's called a ball. Alfonso Marquez said it was high. Harper at third, Marsh at second, Castellanos at first. And the 1-0 to Kepler, swing and a miss on a pitch that spelled nothing but trouble. It just went into the dirt. It died early, and Kepler thought about just golfing at it, and he did. It was nothing but air on the swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnson kicks, fires again, and that pitch is outside for ball 2. You're probably saying to yourselves, well, it could have been a 3-0 count. 2 balls, 1 strike to Max Kepler. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-1 offering. Outside again for ball 3. Went with a fastball in the same spot, same velocity. And it's 3-1. Johnson with the 3-1 pitch, and Kepler pops it up out over towards the third base side. Alvarez gets under it, makes the catch right behind the bag. The inning is over, and we're going to go to the 9th inning. Phillies do have the lead thanks to a sac fly by Alec Bohm. And Duran is going to go out there to pitch in the top of the 9th inning. It is 9:09 p.m. Eastern Time, folks. All right. So, we hope that you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic night. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I want to remind you all tomorrow that we have a big announcement that we're going to announce on stream, and it will be during the top of the 6th inning. So in the top of the 6th inning, we're going to make our big announcement tomorrow, and you should definitely tune on in for that. You're not going to want to miss it. So we have a nice special announcement coming up tomorrow in the top of the 6th inning. And I hope to see you all there for that. I love you all very much. After the game is done, we're going to have a post-game show. I will break down everything. I will let you know what my thoughts were about this game. You guys get to express your thoughts during the games. And you know what? Like, I express some, but I really like to save a lot of it for the post-game because then you really get to see how I feel. Like, this is my broadcaster voice version of me. I like to sort of separate that from emotional JJ. You know, I have that on-off switch. And, you know, that's just how I roll. So I hope that you guys stay on. You can call on in 610-314-0844. That's how you dial on in to the post-game show. And I hope to see you all there. All right, so Duran's going to go out there to pitch. And he will pitch the top of the 9th inning. Nice intro as always. I had a friend the other day that said, to be honest with you, I don't like the intro. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's the best thing ever. It's so cool. All right. So Brujan is going to lead it off for the Atlanta Braves. They have 12 hits, 1 run scored. That's it. And so 2-1 Phillies. As we go to the top of the 9th, Duran this year, Yohan Duran, with 23 saves, 62 strikeouts, a 2.05 ERA. Hasn't looked his sharpest in his last couple of outings, but he's looking to try to right the ship tonight. And we'll see how he does. He's 23 for 26 in save opportunities. Here's another opportunity for him here. Duran comes set and deals, and the first pitch is called a ball. Said that it was a little bit inside. 1 ball, no strikes to Vidal Brujan. The 1-0 pitch, ground ball, rolled over towards the right side. Stott has it, picks it up, and flings it over to first. And it's in time. They played him the pole. So he got the pitch right where he wanted. Sorry about the scoreboard. There's nothing I could do about it. Top of the 9th, 1 away. This is also why you got to listen. Harrison Bader is out in center field. Max Kepler is now out in right field. 1 gone, and the pitch. There's a called strike. to Jurickson Profar, the switch hitter, hitting on the left side. 0-1 is the count. Duran kicks and deals, and the pitch is down and in for ball one. Duran gets the signs, kicks, delivers, and that pitch is up high for ball two. Profar has never faced Duran before. 2-1 pitch. Nice pitch there. That was a splitter at 99. That was taken on the upper tier of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jurickson Profar. The 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. 1-2 on the gun. And there is out number 2. A big strikeout there. And so one more out to go. A four-seam fastball at 101. He knew what was coming. He was like, yep, I'm going to test you. I dare you to hit it. Couldn't hit that. Matt Olson is up. Matt Olson is coming up to the plate. It was a nice pitch there to Jurickson Profar. We have a timeout called. It's by Duran. More pitch comm issues. It looked like. Gotta tell you, that four-seamer looked so good. It's all about when do you use it? When do you go to it? That was a perfect time to do it. The pitch to Olson. That's low for a ball. So he falls behind in the count. Olson 3 for 4 with 3 singles. One more out to go. The 1-0 pitch to Olson. And there's a pitch that's taken on the outside edge at 100 miles per hour for strike 1. Another splitter. It goes knuckle curve and splitter. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a foul ball. That splitter was at 99. It was heading into the dirt. And so everybody on their feet. Braves down to their final strike. Another sold-out crowd at Citizens Bank Park. The 1-2 delivery on the way. It's up high for ball 2. Phillies trying to take game 2 of this series down at CBP against the Braves. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball game. And so Duran gets himself another save, and the Phillies are able to take care of business against the Atlanta Braves and win by a final score of 2-1. Ring the bell, the Philadelphia Phillies win. Postgame show coming up very, very soon. If you are heading out I appreciate you guys for staying on here. Orion Kirkland gets his 6th win of the season. Dylan Lee gets his 3rd loss of the season. And Duran gets his 23rd save of the season. A win is a win. Okay? A win is a win, and that is what I got to say about this one. I was not thoroughly impressed at all with what this Phillies offense did. I'm not happy with how the offense did, but the bottom line is that you won the game. Now, there's things that I'm upset about and that we will certainly talk about, and that's why you got to stay on for the post-game show. But you got the win, and you did it out at your ballpark, and that is what ultimately does matter at the end of the day, even when things don't feel great. But yes, overall, I will tell you this. Ranger did not look good today. Thought Ranger looked very wonky. The man gave up 10 hits. Did he battle through adversity? He did. He only got 2 strikeouts, though, and that was a problem. He did get double plays when he needed to. I also thought, to be honest with you as well, the Braves, they shot themselves in the foot. But when the Phillies did need to put together a good inning, I will give credit to the Phillies here. Schwarber gets on, and then Harper gets on. That pitch to Harper was outside. He stayed with it. He did. He put the ball in play. Bryce Harper, I actually thought, made things happen. He also, if you remember correctly, had a drag bunt over towards the left side and was able to get on base, and then Brandon Marsh was able to get an RBI single. I thought that the Phillies actually played a little bit more small ball than the Atlanta Braves did tonight, and they just had a little bit of extra rope because of that. But yeah, so a lot to break down, a lot to talk about, but a win is a win, and now you got to go out there and win the series tomorrow. All right, I will see you all very soon. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back in just 2 minutes, and I will see you on. Kevin, thank you for the sub. Roy, thank you for the sub as well, and I will see you very, very soon.
graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
You got the dub. That's the bottom line. The bottom line is that you got the dub today. It was not pretty. Larry said in chat, and he's right, the Phillies most likely 9 times out of 10 lose this game. The better team won. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the Braves had a lot of hits. They couldn't get anybody home. And we know what that's like. I find it funny. Okay? I find it very funny. And you guys can talk to me about this. I find it weird how Ranger allows 10 hits. His fastball was flat. His curveball at times was flat too. Or his changeup, I should say, was flat. And yet, the Phillies won this game. I got to give credit to the Phillies bullpen tonight. I don't think I gave the Phillies bullpen the credit that they deserved because they only gave up 2 hits. They only gave up 2 hits. And I know that they're missing Austin Riley. I know that Ronald Acuna Jr. has not been the same. I get that they have guys that they're missing. But this is what they needed. Your bullpen, I actually think, was the most valuable player tonight. I do. I think that your bullpen showed positive signs tonight, and I will take that as a moral victory. You know? As well as the win, too. What bugs me, though, and I have to be this guy, I have to call it like it is. It's still unacceptable that you only got 1 run off of Bryce Elder. Oh, but JJ, that Mets team only put up 2 runs against him. And he had, 8 strikeouts against the Mets in his last outing in 6 innings? Tell me how he did the outing before that. Tell me how he did the outing before that. Tell me how he did the outing before that as well. At one point I said during the 2nd inning, Bohm was 4 for 9 against him. Marsh, I believe, was 5 for 10. You gave away at-bats. You just thought, again, and this is the thing that we don't like about the feast or famine when it comes to the home runs. They get so into their heads when it comes to watching these pitchers out there. All these pitchers have to do is give them off-speed pitches, and yet they're going to chase. They're going to swing around at pitches. And they did. And that ultimately bugs me. Yes, they got the win. Yes, I'm happy that they're 21 games over 500 and that they're still 5 games up on the Mets. That's good. That's good. We'd be feeling really angry if they lost this game. My face would be red. But I got to hold them accountable. Just because you got the win doesn't mean that you were great. Just because you got a hit on the first pitch doesn't mean that it was a good approach either. David Robertson looked good. Matt Strom got a little shaky, but he battled. He grinded. Orion, he battled. He grinded. Was he getting sweeper savvy? Yeah. But he found a way. He found a way. I loved that fastball that he threw to end that 8th inning there. It was a high fastball. And I forget who it was that he threw it to off the top of my head. I have to scroll all the way back down. I believe that it was Nacho Alvarez Jr. That was a good pitch. That was a good pitch. He went high fastball after he threw a beautiful sinker. Before, what ended up happening was that he was falling behind in the count. He fell behind in the count to Ozuna, fell behind in the count to Harris. When you fall behind in the count, guys, it puts more pressure on you as a pitcher. That's not rocket science. Anybody knows that. Anybody knows that. But then he got ahead. And I thought that was really important. Duran came in for the 9th. You needed that. You needed that. He needed that. He did. I want to talk about that 8th inning. I know it was just 1 inning. This is why I didn't mind the whole Kyle Schwarber leading off thing. Schwarber saw 7 pitches in that 8th inning. I understand the philosophy of Kyle Schwarber driving in runs. That's what you want him to do. Ideally, these people that have him batting second, they really want him batting third, batting fourth. So that way he can just drive in runs. There's not a lot of guys on this team, though, that put up long at-bats and that strike fear into the pitcher's eye. And Kyle Schwarber does that. And that swing that he had in the 8th inning, the at-bat that he had against Dylan Lee, who's been one of their better relievers, that was good. That was a very good approach. He was actually behind in the count 1-2. He saw 3 sliders. And then he fouled off the 4th one. Then he took a 4-seamer and a changeup. And then knew that the slider was coming. It was at the knees on the outside corner. And he was able to drill it out to center field. Wasn't looking to hit a home run. Just make solid contact and put the ball out in center field. And he did. That set the tone. That set the tone there. Harper, I'll tell you this. Just because he swung at a pitch that was outside doesn't mean that it's always going to work. But again, he was down in the count 0-2, tied it up, and he did stay with the pitch. He stayed with it. He was able to just get it back up the middle off the end of the bat. Wasn't looking to do too much there, which I appreciate, but I still don't like the philosophy of him swinging at a pitch that's outside in that situation. Sure, did it work? Yes. And that's what mattered. And now Bohm. 2 curveballs in a row. He's thinking that he's not going to throw him a fastball. And he went curveball again towards the upper third of the zone. And all Bowman had to do was just hit it deep enough, and he did. Castellanos does not do that. How many times, guys, have we seen this team strand a runner at third with nobody out? With just nobody out. I'm not even talking about one out. I'm saying nobody out. And they just can't hit a deep fly ball. That was strategy. He swung for the fences there. He got the curveball. He knew it was coming. He was patient. And he hit it out to deep right field. That's all you needed. That's it. That was the difference. So while I like that, I still have problems with this team as a whole and their offense. I'm holding them accountable for what they didn't do. Acknowledging the good, but microscoping the bad. You gotta. But yes, you took 2 games. Get the series win tomorrow. Sweep them on Sunday. Ranger Suarez did not talk a lot about him. I did say that his pitching was flat today. His defense had his back, and also Castellanos do a great throw. Matt Olson, that was a terrible base running mistake. He looked like he was guessing whether or not he should go home. And Castellanos was like, you want to test me? You want to test me? Beautiful throw. I liked that. I liked that a lot. All right, calling into the show. Let me know how you guys feel about this game. Do you guys think that I'm being ridiculous? Do you guys think that I should be happy? Or that I should be more positive? Or do you guys think that I should be more negative? Do you guys think I should be more angry about this win? Let me know. And calling in 610-314-0844. I would love to hear your thoughts. I really, really would. But on a scale of A to F of how I would grade this performance today by the Phillies, I'm going to go C+. I'm going to go C. It was okay. It was okay. C's where I'm going to go. All right, we got our first phone call on Play-by-Play with JJ. How are you feeling, my friend, after this win?
Scott.
Hello.
Hey, JJ, this is Scott again tonight.
What's up, Scott? Talk to me, brother. How you feeling?
Not bad. The Phillies didn't do the best tonight.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't do their best tonight.
They still won, though.
They did.
That's what counts.
Absolutely. So how do you think Ranger did? Like, what do you think went wrong tonight with Ranger Suarez? Do you think that he was just not? Do you think that he was just not executing? Do you think that he was tired? Like what do you think happened to him tonight?
Probably from the way that it was sounding, because I couldn't watch it because it was on Apple TV and we don't have Apple TV, so.
I feel you on that. Yeah. At least Duran got the save, though. That was nice.
Yeah.
That was really good. Did you expect this? Did you expect this, Scott? Did you expect them to only put up a couple of runs today, or were you thinking to yourself this was going to be like an 8-run game?
I totally thought the Phillies were only going to put up 3 runs today.
They didn't even put up 3, man. You thought that they were going to put up 3. They didn't even do that, and yet they won.
I know. I'm expecting at least 3.
It's crazy. It's unbelievable. Yeah. I feel you on that. Well, dude, thanks so much for calling on in as always. I got to keep the line going, but I will talk to you tomorrow, okay?
All right, buddy.
All right, take
Have
it easy.
Have a good night.
You too.
You too.
Bye-bye. Yeah. All right, we'll take another phone call. Yeah, he literally just said 3 runs. That's it. He said that all he asked for was 3 runs. Actually, he didn't say that. He said that he expected them to put up 3 runs. He would have loved more. If I were to get Scott back on the phone, he would say, JJ, what's going on? I didn't say I wanted 3 runs. I said I expected them to get 3 runs. Call it like it is. We got another phone call here on Play by Play with JJ. How you feeling, my friend, after this win?
Man, I don't know, man. I'm kind of worried about the Phillies right now.
I feel you.
To be honest, yeah, like we need to show a little more consistency, man.
I feel you on that. I think I lost him. I agree. This team has one word to describe this season. Like, that is a perfect word. It is just inconsistency. That defines the whole season. It's not just this game. Again, they could go out there and they could put up this type of a performance, and we would understand if they didn't do this all the time. It happens almost every single time. The only time that I remember that it didn't happen was when they put up a lot of runs against the Nationals. And then they followed it up the next game and they put up a lot of runs against the Nationals again. And then I think that they didn't play the Braves, they played Seattle. And they feasted it up against them. That was the only time that I remember seeing the bats clicking for 3, 4, 5 games in a row. That's it. That's it. Other than that, they've been so inconsistent. And the only reason why that we felt so good about this team, like I don't want to say feel good, but the only thing that gave us consistency as to why we feel that the Phillies could go far was when Zach Wheeler was here, and when Zach Wheeler, Christopher Sanchez, and Ranger Suarez were pitching like Cy Youngs. Like top 10, top 5 pitchers in baseball. That was what you were going to need. And now that we don't have Zach for the rest of the season, changes a lot. It changes a lot of things, and it puts even more pressure on the bats. That was your saving grace. And look, not to say that Sanchez and Ranger can't do it. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not ruling out Ranger and Sanchez going out there to dominate on a night-to-night basis. It's just a lot to ask for. How many Zach Wheelers do you get in baseball? Not many. But ultimately, any way you look at it, we were going to have to rely on the offense. Because once those bats go cold, doesn't matter how good your pitching is, you got to score runs. You got to score runs. So, that's where I stand. All right, those are all the phone calls that we're going to take tonight. I will read some messages. Philly Birds 215, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, my friend. It's really nice. Stupid Apple TV people, appreciate you. Yeah, man. And look, I apologize again. I couldn't do anything. And I'm going to stop apologizing after this. But I do apologize that I couldn't control when I was going to be doing the fantasy drafts. But I really wanted to do them this year. And unfortunately, it happened during the game. And I was a little bit distracted. But, you know, that was it. So Atlanta has to be talking to themselves. Yeah, they are not happy with themselves at all. They definitely are. Halftime, happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much for coming on here and for saying hi. I really appreciate that. Catch up on some more messages. The bullpen did really good tonight. They did. The bullpen did good. I got to give them credit for that. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. This just, to me, if they take 1 out of 3 against the New York Mets, even just 1, I think that we're feeling a little bit better. This series was not going to be... We were going to still feel this way regardless because of how the Phillies did against the Mets. But see, here's the thing. And this is what the beauty of baseball, or of the baseball gods when it comes to the scheduling, does. You take 3 out of 4 against the Braves. You take 3 out of 4 against them. And then you take 2 out of 3 against Milwaukee. Then you play the Marlins. You win the series there, and then you go up against the Mets at home, and you take 3 out of 4. Then we're feeling good again. We're feeling really good. You know? So, I don't think that I don't know where this team is going to go. I don't know. But I'm just a little bit down on them. But I am happy that they got the win. That's what matters. Get those wins. This team could be a great team if they just played baseball. Every swing doesn't need to be for the fence. Just play smart in the field. Don't make risky plays if you're not sure, diving, etc. Doug, they just need to have like common sense when it comes to situational plays. They don't show it at times. They don't. Been saying it all year, says Halftime. The Braves are not going to be that good, and they're not. But you got to get your wins in when you can. And a win is a win. Correct. In the tiny chance someone was listening when I said Rogers was pitching for B more tonight, I was wrong. Nice to see Philly squeeze one out there, JJ. BW, again, appreciate you for coming on by. Guys, go subscribe to BW. Go subscribe to Philly Halftime, too. If my mods want to drop their links down below, please make sure that you guys do that. If one of my mods wants to do that. Any more messages? Give them credit. They outstunk us. Yeah. Yeah, Philly Birds, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Very, very much. All right. So that is it. On the Go with CeeLo is also here too. I'm late to the party. But drop his link in the chat too. Make sure that you guys do that. All right. CeeLo, you're the man. The Braves are 12 games under 500. This is how their season has gone. Yeah. You're right. 1,000%. All right. Love you all. Laila Tov. Good night. And I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out.